Weekly watch report on Monday. 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 A. Yeah. All right, let's talk about what we watched. I went to see Challengers, and I loved it. What a sexy film. Seriously, what a sexy little movie. Loved it. Really did. I really,
Just a sexy little number?
Just a sexy little number that movie was. Man,
Shit, I gotta go see it.
The tension in that film.
Yeah.
I'm getting
I'm gonna have to go solo.
I'm getting hot thinking about it. Which is unfortunate that I, went with Matt's parents to see it. And that's what I was thinking during the movie. And I'll be honest, I texted Matt during the movie being like, this movie's making me horny.
Oh God. Sitting next to your future in-laws.
I'm sorry. Should we cut that out?
No. No, you're stuck with that one now.
They'll never hear that, right?
No.
Okay.
No.
It's
look,
just
hey, it's a
the
sexy
tension
movie.
In this movie is wow.
Yeah.
And it was just a really good movie. I literally didn't want to look away from the movie because I'm like, what is going to happen? What is happening?
Right.
It's all over. It jumps from now to past to present to a couple years ago. It jumps around a lot. All three of them were incredible. And I just I kind of knew what it was about, but kind of not. I had a general understanding. Yeah. But yeah, I loved it. I don't want to spoil anything because you're going to go see it.
No, I'm definitely going to see it for sure.
If you want someone to go with, just let me know. I really enjoyed it, and I'm going to give it an A-.
Love that.
I'm going to give it an A- just for the unnecessary slow-mo shots at the end of the film that short. The most of the movie, there wasn't these unnecessary slow-mo shots. And then towards the end of the movie, it was they started going heavy on the slow-mo.
Where the music would start playing.
Yeah, and I actually personally loved the music.
The music was good.
Because it built up that tension.
Yeah.
Matt's parents were like, what the fuck was up with that music? And I was like, I really liked that music. Because I thought it, it played into the movie. But there was some unnecessary slow-mo that was going on. And I was like, okay. Let's get going here. Then there was a point where you are
the ball. I was just about to ask, what did you think of that? Because that was very...
No, I got dizzy.
Yeah, you get dizzy.
I got dizzy during that.
I didn't like that. It took me out.
Well, that's why I'm giving
during an actual match?
Yeah. Towards the end. That's why I'm giving it an A-. Just because if I had to pick certain things, it was
there were some creative choices made that you disagree with.
Yes.
It seemed like they were just kind of look at what we can do, but it's you didn't have to do that. It was just a cool flex on
we could put a GoPro on a tennis ball.
Yeah.
Right.
That's what it felt like. And that made me dizzy.
Fair.
But man, that tension. What did you think, Noah? Because you didn't talk too much about it last week because you didn't want to spoil it.
I guess still don't want to spoil it, but
right.
Yeah.
No, I really liked it. I said I need to watch it again because I had I was holding in my pee for so
yeah.
He was blinded.
I didn't want to leave. It was the pacing of it. It's you didn't want to miss anything.
It's
how long is it?
2 hours and 11 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah, not terrible, but
yeah, I know the exact time.
I mean, you're the one to look that up
right
before so I was she'll know.
I had to pee so fucking bad, and I was like, I want to enjoy the rest of this movie, but I also don't want to miss anything.
Yeah.
The way I sprinted out of this movie and back, they were like, that was the fastest pee I've ever seen. I was like, I didn't want to miss a second of this movie.
That's good. That's a sign. Hey.
Yeah, because usually when I go to the movies,
sign of a good movie.
Sometimes I'll get bored and I'll go to the bathroom and take my time a little bit. Yeah. And then I come back. But this one I was like, I honestly was pretending I was in the movie.
Yeah.
The music is playing.
No, I literally...
You were taking a bathroom break during your match?
I pictured the music. It was so funny. We got out of the car and we bought... sour gummy worms, and we never opened them during the movie because we had, you know what? I want to talk about this. Some movie theaters don't sell snow caps anymore, but this movie theater did, and I was so fucking hyped because my favorite is putting snow caps into popcorn. But movie theater near me doesn't sell snow caps anymore, and it's fucking bullshit. It's bullshit.
I can't say I've noticed because
'cause
I don't
you're
think
not-
I'm not
I
really a
love
snow caps gal.
I love snow caps,
Yeah.
especially in my popcorn. So we got sour gummy worms and we didn't open them. So this is like whatever. We were in the car. We were both sitting in the back seat because his parents were in the front seat, and the gummy worms were like in the middle, in between us, and we both got out of the car separate, and then we turned around at the same time to like go both reach for the gummy worms, and we like locked eyes, and we both were like, "Did you just hear the music playing?" Like in that moment, like this suspenseful, like get out of the turn around, lock eyes, both reach for the gummy worms.
You're moving in slow motion.
Yeah, we were like moving in slow mo with the music like playing in your head, the tension building up. I was like, I literally feel like I'm in this movie right now. Afterwards,
It reminded me of the Social Network, like the music in the
Yeah,
Social Network.
like-
kind of like
Interesting.
I don't know how to describe it, but
just
No, I get the vibe that you're saying
Yeah.
from
Yeah.
that, just from that.
making
description.
like minor things seem very dramatic.
yes,
Mm.
just a sexy little film. So I'm glad I saw that.
God, I gotta go see it.
Yeah, it's good. It's really. I was like, where's the book? You know what I mean? Like I was like, this would have been a great book. Is there a book? There's no book.
I
right?
don't think so.
Like
Why?
like so I can like just read it.
Download the screenplay.
Look, she's looking for some erotic novels. That's why she's like, this would make a really good sexy little book.
Sexy little erotica.
Sexy little book.
Yeah,
Hey, the ladies love sexy little books.
they do.
So
I was like, this is. I was like, there's no book about this.
Yeah.
I'm gonna pick this up at Barnes and Noble after. No,
didn't they say that they just like made this movie for Zendaya? Like
'Cause
Zendaya just like
wanted to make
be,
the movie.
Yeah, like
And let me tell you, Zendaya's character, she's kind of a piece of shit.
that's
Yeah.
well, that's
Not
what
even
they.
kind of. She's like a huge piece
Well,
of
that's
shit.
what they say in all their interviews. They're like, you have to watch. They were like, honestly, you have to watch it like multiple times because they're like every time your opinion on each like person like changes.
Right, because you're
So,
like rooting for certain people and then
Yeah.
you're not rooting for others.
Yeah.
And Zendaya's character, you're like, what the hell are you doing? But at the same time, for the movie, you're like,
How much do you think Uniqlo paid for this movie? By
I
the
was
way?
thinking that.
because
Oh my gosh.
it's all sponsored.
because like
it's on
obviously it's
the
easy to
outfits,
like put product placement in this type of movie because in Tennessee you already have it, but Uniqlo was just everywhere. Like they were sponsored by the clothes, like everything.
And did you notice her jewelry in the movie?
I don't think so.
So I was like just noticing
yeah.
her elaborate jewelry in this movie, but not for any reason. Like I was just like, wow, she's wearing really nice jewelry. And then I saw a deep dive after, which was such a great point, where in the beginning of the movie, she's wearing gold jewelry. This is for you, Noah, because Fran hasn't seen it. She's wearing gold jewelry, which represents Patrick. And then she's wearing silver jewelry, which represents Art. And then at the end, she's wearing gold and silver and I can't even describe the necklace where it's like 3 pieces tied together to represent all of them.
But what is that like gold is first place and silver like second?
Well,
Like
that's
that?
what they were kind of
Yeah,
like referring to, like, you know.
Medals.
I thought that was really interesting because I kept looking at her jewelry being like, she's wearing sick jewelry, but like,
Yeah.
what is that? Why? You know, like
Right.
very noticeable jewelry. But I thought that was cool. Moving on.
Very cool.
Moving on. Well, you know, we'll talk about cutting some of that stuff. Summer House. Talk about
Summer House. It's a tough episode. Tough episode from the standpoint of I truly I want to root for Amanda and Kyle so badly because of how much I like Amanda, you know? And I'm like, that's her husband. This is trying to support her, but his antics are next level. The way he shot her down when she was saying she would like to do other things was crazy.
He's an immature child. The way he called it a passion project
Yeah.
was so insulting. He said, I'm building a business for our future. Well, why can't Amanda build a business for your future? Why is hers labeled a passion project? And
I also feel like he kept calling her like lazy kind of. He's
Yeah.
like, I can't even get her to work.
I'm parenting her. If she was actually
what?
my employee, she'd be fired. Also,
Fucking
when
I forgot he said that. That was wild.
There's nothing that disgusts me more than when somebody calls their significant other names, like fucking bitch or like fuck you.
Yeah.
Like, I don't care how much you are fighting. Never get to the point of name calling. Because it's just downright mean. You can make your point without being like, you're a fucking bitch, fuck you. Like, clearly you're immature and you can't think of anything to come up with. So you're just you're resorting to name calling and storming out of the house and throwing things because your little ego is so hurt by Amanda wanting to pursue her own business.
Right.
Why can't she?
And also not like, she wasn't like, couldn't have said it more times. She still wanted to do things with Loverboy, but she wanted to find something else too.
It just was... God, it just makes me fucking, my blood boil. It just makes me sick. I know.
And obviously he was drinking, so it's like alcohol induced too. So it's just like get it together.
And what was so funny about this was that in the beginning of the episode, we're having Carl talk to Lindsay about his ventures and him wanting to get back into Loverboy, and Lindsay, stating why she would be nervous and her concerns for Carl because he complained so much about Loverboy and how much it affected him, and now he wants to get back into it. So she's like, wait, are you sure you want to get back into that? Which I thought was valid.
I thought Lindsay was extremely valid in everything she said in that argument with Carl when they were at the kitchen island, and like she was just like, I'm your partner, like I'm not like doing it in a bad way, but you're a fucking grown ass adult. Like Lindsay has to be allowed to question him and not even question him, ask questions. Yeah. About decisions he wants to make.
Especially when he's complained about it.
Right. And collaborate. And Carl's just like a big baby. He's just like, I just want like the undying support with no, not being questioned at all in that. Right. But you're not going to get that from especially Lindsay.
Right. When you've complained about how Loverboy, not even complained, confided in Lindsay and how Loverboy affected you emotionally, and now you want to jump back into it. She has every right to be like, are you sure? And to make sure, because she's going to have to be there for you.
Yeah.
But Carl's telling Kyle this, and Kyle's like, she should be there for you, blah, 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 for you, what you want to do. But then when it comes to Amanda, he immediately shuts Amanda down. So he's basically just going against everything he just said to Carl about how Lindsay should be treating Carl, because when Amanda came to Kyle to want to start her own business, she was immediately shut down, and not in the way that Lindsay was shutting Carl down, because I don't think Lindsay was shutting Carl down. She was asking questions. Kyle immediately just like made it about himself and his business, and he's working for their future, and Amanda's basically just not allowed to do anything else.
And he was like, I want to be a DJ, blah, 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 blah. And then in the friggin' after show, Amanda, like, she's just too sweet. Like, she's just like, oh, I'm just supporting him right now and his DJing. Like, he is really DJing right now and, like, doing that and wanting to do that. She's like, it's so cute. He goes to school, like, he goes to class for DJing. I'm like, is that so cute? I don't think it is.
Somebody needs to shake her. Somebody really needs to shake Amanda and say, wake the fuck up. Wake up.
Yeah.
Because you're literally wasting your life away for this guy who is a legit child and clearly only cares about himself and his endeavors, is not supporting you in any way.
Right.
From what we see, obviously.
I know. But I mean, look, it's just from even just him clearly.
But why is he allowed to go?
So worried about his company, but it's like, okay, you're so worried about your company, you can pick up a couple extra things that you want to do and you're excited about. Like, oh well, Kyle loves music. He's always loved music, so he should be able to do DJing if he wants to. Okay, well, why can't Amanda do something that she wants to do then?
That's what I'm saying. Why is he allowed to go pick up DJ shifts, but she can't work on her own business? Like, what?
Right. I know.
So bizarre.
And I get whatever. I get he obviously really stresses about Loverboy, and he was saying that, they're not turning a profit that year or whatever it was, that they were in like a tighter situation. And Amanda is so valued for what she does for Loverboy, because it is such a, like, all the branding, all that kind of stuff that she helps with is so important. But it's like she can handle both.
Yeah.
She can handle doing something else
Right.
and doing that too.
And she might
And
be
Kyle like needs to fucking let her.
she might be more into Loverboy if she has something else to work on, because
Yeah.
she'll be happier because she's doing something else that she loves.
Right.
The whole
I do find her to be like a creative person too, and sometimes like when your creative spark is dulled a little bit, or you're just kind of doing the same stuff, you need something new or something different to re-spark. I feel like that's just really all she needs. And
Yeah.
she's getting flat out rejected for it. And I just don't like the way Kyle like expresses his feelings.
No, I don't
in
like
that
the way any
you know?
Kyle and Carl, and they just are, with each other. Like
Yeah.
I can't stand the two of them talking to each other.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, it's two idiots,
Oh yeah, I mean, well, they
two
just
immature guys trying to like
stroke
feed
each other's egos.
Right, like
Yeah.
oh god, I can't stand it. I really can't. Love the ladies of the show though.
Yep.
Really do.
I know.
But
I know.
yeah,
I like all the girls like being friends too.
yeah, it's nice to
It's
watch.
nice
this
that they're
season.
not all like everybody's being there for Lindsay. She's talking like
Mhm.
everybody's, all the girls haven't had any issues. It's these damn
Yeah.
boys.
So did you see, going to Sierra and West, did you see the subtitle mess up? Do you watch with subtitles?
No.
I watch with subtitles, and there was a very bizarre mess up when West was doing his confessional. Talk, how him and Paige were having that talk, and Paige
Yeah.
was like, "Are you sleeping with other?"
Right. She was like, I will fucking kill you.
In West's confessional, what he was saying out loud did not match the subtitles, and the subtitles were like, "Why would I want to ruin a good moment with the truth?" And I'm watching, and I'm going,
It's not what he just said.
"Wait, that's not what he's saying." And I kept rewinding it, being
Yeah.
like, because I was watching on the plane, I was like, "Is it stuck? Is it not loading? Am I at a
Right.
different part?" And I rewound it like 4 times, and it was like, "Why would I ruin the nice moment with the truth?" Haha, and like laugh. And so I was like, was he basically saying he was lying to Paige, saying he
Right.
wasn't sleeping with other girls, but
Right.
he is, and he's telling production, but production cut that part and
Yeah. like
left
something
in
got
a
messed up.
different confessional, but they left those subtitles in.
Yeah.
It was very bizarre, and I didn't like it.
Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised if West was
No, because at the same time, him
Hooking up with
and
other
Ciara are
girls.
not exclusive,
no.
and I think that's been a topic. But yeah, I'll give Summer House an A because it's just been a great season. Apparently, season 8's the most watched Summer House season ever.
I wouldn't
Which
be surprised.
doesn't surprise me.
It's because it's also just living up to the hype for sure.
Yeah, definitely. So that gets an A, and then I'm still watching New Girl. I'm on season 5.
Okay.
Gets an A.
Yeah, it's so good.
Just so fucking funny. Like, it might be 1 or 2 for me for sitcoms.
Yeah.
Like, it's so funny. And I don't think I watched anything else.
It was a slow week.
Oh, well, the
For me personally.
Vanderpump finale.
Yeah, we talked about that. You want to give a grade?
C-.
Yeah.
And I didn't watch The Valley, I don't think. Not to my not what I remember.
Yeah.
It might have been on
Probably
the
did.
background. I don't think I was paying attention.
Yeah.
So that's it for me.
I watched Summer House. I'll give an B+. What did I watch? It was also kind of a slow week for me because with traveling and everything. We watched Vanderpump finale. I'll give a C-. Vanderpump finale. I'll give a C. There was a lot going on in the finale, at least more than what's been going on. I don't think I talked about this last week, but I finished Shogun. Episodes 9 and 10. I mean, it was a really great show. I understand now, obviously, watching it, why, like, we were saying a couple weeks ago that Noah, like, loved the ending, and I said, oh, my sister hated it.
Mm-hmm.
I get why she hated it. It's just, like, it's not necessarily a happy ending, but
Well, did you just see that they just
it's not really a show that you would expect a happy ending, you know?
Mm-hmm.
They like when it ended, the creator was like, "That's it. Like that's the end of the story." But now they just signed a deal for season 2.
What?
Yeah.
Oh my god! I've been telling everyone that it's over.
Yeah.
well, I
no,
think everyone thought it was over.
everyone thought it
Yeah.
was over. Now it's now. No, this is as of like 2 days ago. FX.
What? Shogun season 2? Oh yeah.
Yeah. Which I
Shogun
guess.
may be returning for a second season, as star and producer Hiroyuki Sanada has signed a deal with FX to return as Toranaga.
Maybe it's like a spinoff or something.
The show was billed as a limited series, but as Variety reported Thursday, FX is considering moving Shogun into the drama categories in this year's Emmys race. Sources indicate that in the event of a season 2 renewal, Cosmo Jarvis would likely also return to reprise his role as Blackthorn. Cosmo Jarvis is such a sick name. Every time I would see his his name around, I'm like, damn, Cosmo. Should Shogun be renewed, FX would majorly shake up the Emmys race, pitting the big budget series against drama contenders like The Crown, Morning Show, Fallout, as opposed to vying limited series Baby Reindeer, Fellow Travelers, Ripley, True Detective.
When does Morning Show come back? Is that over?
Wow,
know.
so that would be kind of crazy. I
Yeah.
was really in my mind as I was watching it, like kept telling myself, well, this is just how it's gonna end.
Yeah, same.
So
And it seemed like a very like that wasn't
Yeah,
ending,
yeah.
but
it was really, really good. I mean,
Yeah.
I'll give Shogun an A-. Like Shogun was really really, really good show. I would love to see what they do with the second season if that's the direction that
Yeah.
they go in. Because obviously it's like the way it ends,
they could easily
it
pick
feels
up.
like a whole new chapter was starting.
Yeah.
But it was just like that's just how they were gonna end it. But they clearly the runway is there
Yeah.
for them to keep doing it. So, on the plane to California, I watched the first 4 episodes of Selling OC. I just can't quit these damn shows. I really can't. I don't know what it is. They're so ridiculous, and it just feels so much of it just feels so fake to me. But I just watch it anyway, and I love seeing the houses, especially in Orange County.
Yeah.
My God,
It's a good plane
the
watch,
houses
too.
are insane. It is. And I'm just like very intrigued by this whole Alex Hall, Tyler thing. Like, what was real, what wasn't? Were they really like? I don't know. There's weird moments with him. I don't really get him.
Mm-hmm.
But there's good other drama with some of the other guys. Like one of the other agents was apparently going around saying that this agent and his wife like tried to coax him into a threesome.
Oh.
Yeah. So there's some.
Yeah.
They were almost got into a fist fight. So whole big thing. I'll give that a C. It's just like something to put on in the background for sure. I rewatched Purple Hearts because I've just been in a Nicholas Galitzine kick. Like,
And
how many more times can I watch The Idea of You?
Red, White, and Royal Blue.
I
the
know.
sequel.
Sequel. Red, White, and Royal Blue. They're going to do a sequel, which I am pumped for. I loved that movie. It was so cute. So, hoping it keeps the same energy because that was such a sweet movie. And yeah, I was like, I'm going to download Purple Hearts for my movie, for my plane ride. So I rewatched that. That's a rewatch. I mean, I watched it when it came out too. That's like I give that movie a B. It's, it's good, but it's funny, like all the TikToks about him, they're just like Nicholas Galitzine he just plays like man very well. Just like typecast as man. Like conservative, Marine, pop star,
Do you think he's like on his way to be the next
gay prince.
Jacob Elordi type?
Oh, I could totally see that, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he's taking more of these movie roles that Jacob Elordi now looks down
In
upon.
2 years,
Yeah.
he'll be like the same thing. Like,
Yeah.
I don't really want to talk about
Yeah.
Idea of You.
Yeah. No. Definitely. And I think that's all. I think that's everything I watched. Wasn't really clocking a lot of TV time this weekend.
Well, to be
slash
fair, if
week.
you were clocking a lot of TV time in San Diego, I'd be concerned.
Yeah, right. That would
I would
not
be like,
yeah,
friend,
that would
go
not be
outside.
good.
Right.
Yeah, exactly.
How about you, Noah?
I watched Under the Bridge, episode 5. Very good.
Still
I would
really
say that's
good.
probably the best show I'm watching right now.
Mhm.
Highly recommend. I'll give that a B+. Sugar, I watched. There's only 8 episodes of Sugar. There's one left. I watched 6 and 7. It took like a turn that I don't think anyone could have seen coming, and maybe some people like it. I do not. Like, it just completely changed.
Did you say Sugar is the one with Colin Farrell?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like up until this point, it was like a film noir, like detective type show, like kind of nostalgic to old Hollywood type thing. And now it just completely changed the entire show. Like, so I'm not really that happy about it. It's still not bad. It's still a good show, but it's just like a different show now. Very big twist. So I'll give it a B. But yeah, I guess one left, so I'll finish it. But watch this movie called Late Night with the Devil.
Ooh, scary?
Scary.
Oh,
sounds scary.
Basically, the movie is, I don't know when
Late Night with
exactly.
the
It must have been like
literally blocking the lights as if it's the sun right now.
I know. It's
it was probably set in like the 70s. I can't remember exactly when, but it's a late night talk show host, like Jimmy Fallon-esque type thing. And he's trying to get his ratings up. And so they have, they basically try to talk to the devil through this child who's like possessed.
Classic.
And then, things spiral out of control.
yeah.
But very, very good movie.
Exorcist style?
Yeah. It's scary for sure at points. But if you're into that, I'll give it an A minus.
Who's in it?
You would know the main guy.
What's that movie when we were the Poltergeist? You guys remember that?
Yeah.
And
I
how
never
like
saw it.
everybody like died from that movie?
Yeah.
Has a 97 on Rotten Tomatoes. You would know the main guy, David Dast. I don't know how to say his last name. Malchian. But he's been in he was in The Dark Knight.
That
He was
doesn't
in
sound like somebody I know.
he was in Prisoners.
What's the name of the movie? Late Night.
Oh.
Late Night with the Devil. He's a really good actor.
Oh yeah. Yep.
Um,
I recognize his face, but would not have
Yeah.
known his name.
But yeah, I'll give that an A minus. Like, definitely a solid movie.
Scary.
Oh, he's good because
He
he
is good.
he
He-
plays
and-
some freaky characters.
Yeah.
Like
That's
I feel like
scary.
he's known
Yeah.
for playing like pretty freaky
Yeah.
characters.
No offense to him, but he like has that face.
Yeah.
Yeah, but in this movie, he wasn't like the freaky part. Like,
Mm-hmm.
and then I watched this movie, kind of like half watched it last night, called Biosphere, just because it was the first thing that popped up on Hulu. Who's in this? It's the guy from Sterling K. Brown. It's just two
Yeah.
people, Sterling K. Brown and Mark Duplass.
Okay.
Mhm.
And basically the idea is that like the world is basically like ended, but they're the only two people left. Mark Duplass was the president, and
He's
they're
the only one to survive.
no, it's both of them. So two people,
Yeah.
and they're living together in this like tiny little thing, and it gets really weird.
Okay,
Really weird.
I have a question. If you and somebody else were the only two people left on Earth, right? Like everybody else is gone, the whole universe is wiped clean. Would you just go, all right, what's the point? Like, or would you keep living? You know?
I think
Yeah,
I would
it's
be like,
tough.
what's the point? But then I don't think could I bring myself to like what, like
Yeah,
kill myself?
yeah.
like,
Right. No, yeah, that's true.
Yeah, I don't
and how
know.
would you kill yourself? Like, well, I guess I could go outside. I don't. There was a lot of like on. It's like you don't really know what happened outside.
Mm-hmm.
Like they're just in this bubble.
But there's always they don't go outside. They're only inside.
They never go outside, but it's just the two of them. And then
Do they have food?
they have like they've created a system where like they're breeding fish, and then they eat the fish.
So there's like animal life.
Well, Sterling K. Brown's a scientist, so he kind of knows like how to do this stuff. But it gets really
Obviously,
weird.
it's the president and one scientist.
Yeah.
That live.
Right.
Um,
Put their
but-
brains together
Yeah.
and they're good.
Yep.
I mean, I don't think it's a spoiler, but Mark Duplass's character like basically starts like evolving into a woman. Like so he like loses
Interesting.
his penis and like
Oh.
gets and like he's
How does he lose it?
I didn't really like get into the
Like,
specifics.
falls
Like I honestly
Rolls
don't-
up and dies.
maybe like yeah no kind of just like that is kind of what happened.
Like
I
it got
think,
like it just got frozen.
and
just,
then
like,
they were
shriveled
kind
up
of
and-
like, so should we like reproduce? Like they're best friends.
Oh, and then they're like, oh, should we get to it? And then we like create a new life.
Yeah.
Okay.
Really, really strange. And then
Interesting.
at the end, I don't want to give a spoiler.
One hell of
but
a concept.
yeah.
It is. But I can see how their minds ended up there.
Yeah. I'll give it a
Because
C+.
I was going to ask if it was you and another woman and you were
Right,
left,
but it's
would
just
you
like-
just start recreate, like, would you just
I
be
mean,
like,
if it was
all
like,
right,
if it was like, hey,
let's
if
be
we
like
don't-
Adam and Eve.
If we don't, the world's over.
Yeah,
Like,
right.
It would be me and like Margot Robbie.
What's
Exactly.
Hey,
exactly
hey.
what I envisioned.
What's the name of the movie?
Biosphere. Came out in 2022. But yeah,
Sci-fi comedy.
yeah, it's weird.
You know, these lights, have they gotten brighter?
No.
Because it feels like my eyes are like shutting right now with the house. Like I'm literally covering them like I'm sitting outside in the sun and
Just wear
don't
sunglasses.
have sunglasses on.
People really have like how do people's brains work like this? They're like, let's make.
Yeah, I don't
you
know.
We're like, well,
So what's the grade on
he's
this?
just
I'll give
gonna
it a C+.
slowly
Even-
become a woman.
I mean, it has an 80 on Rotten Tomatoes. I'm seeing, but like,
Yeah, it does.
it's not. I don't know. I don't know what I was expecting when I clicked on that, honestly. But
interesting.
it's a little
well,
it's
okay
strange, yeah. But that's all I watched this
Yep.
week. So
All right.
Honestly, I'm
Hot
glad.
note
I'm
to end
actually
on.
glad you watched that. Like,
part of me is like,
I'm
hey, I
kinda-
haven't watched a weird bad
Yeah.
movie in a while. I wouldn't say it's bad, but
just interesting. Very,
Yeah.
very interesting.
yeah.
Yeah.
All right, that's everything we watched this week.